Broad Street Sports, the best Philly sports podcast.
The regular season comes to an end after the Eagles' third stringers dog walked the New York Giants' first stringers for the most part. It was so bad that A.J. Brown was asleep on the sidelines. This game was not as close as the scoreboard said. Tanner Mckee played out of his mind. The backup to the defense played extremely well. Jake Elliott nailed every kick he put up. And now it's time to really focus and worry about the Green Bay Packers and the road to the Super Bowl. It all starts now. Now it's time. Watch your film, game plan. Your road to the Super Bowl starts right here, right now. You got Green Bay. And this is not an easy test, folks. Green Bay is not an easy test. They never have been. They won't be. There's not a lot to talk about when it comes to this Eagles versus Giants game. The Eagles dog walked the Giants. They just took a shit. Look, know what the Giants did? Now, I know the Giants necessarily did not want to mess up their draft pick and, whatever else, whatever the case may be, right? But they got pounced. It was as if the Giants came to the ballpark. They took their pants down. They took their pants down. And the Eagles just smacked them around. You got the Eagles pantsed. They pantsed the New York Giants today. We can say whatever we want about anything else. But they got dog walked. They got pantsed. They got pantsed by a third-string quarterback, Tanner Mckee. They got pantsed by a third-string running back, Will Shipley. They got pantsed by a dude named A.J. Jenkins. They got pantsed by Anais Smith. They got pantsed by Grant Calcaterra and Dallas Goedert. But this was exactly what I expected. A low score, nitty-gritty, tough NFC rival football play. And that is what you got. It's exactly what you got. Now, did the Eagles, was it as good as we hoped? No. No. It really wasn't. But so here's the thing. I was at the tailgate. I was at the game and the tailgate. And this was the first time I can say that the Eagles parking lot for a tailgate was like completely empty. It was basically empty. And that was ridiculous to me. Now, we can say, oh, well, it's because of Saquon Barkley not playing, whatever the case may be. But, yeah, absolutely. But, this is just, Eagles fans always show up to the games. So, I don't know. But I'm not even worried about it. The vibes were high. The atmosphere in the stadium was through the roof. I froze my balls off, though. Out in the tailgate, it's 20 degrees out there. I absolutely froze my balls off. It's ridiculous. But I had a lot of fun. Thanks to my friends to get me out there. I had a lot of fun. So, it was, it was a weird Eagles game. It was like a preseason game, but I'm trying to lay the lines of how this game really felt. Now, I've heard from a lot of people that I know that were at home watching the football game. They said that it was boring. They said that they slept. These are things that you don't really hear from Eagles fans when watching the Birds, but you heard it here first. People just, it wasn't, what it is, it is what it is. But, they got dog walked. And so here's the thing. Tanner Mckee is really, really, really good. Simple as that. Simple as that. He's good. Cause. The man is good. So here's the thing, okay? here's the thing. This guy is, I don't know how to describe Tanner Mckee because he could be I'm overreacting, but this man could be the next Tom Brady. I mean, it's ridiculous. But here's the thing. Here's what I really want to say. I mean, I'm getting really sidetracked here. I mean, there's just not much to talk about when it comes to this football game. Here's the thing. Tanner Mckee played out of his mind today. Simple as that. For a third-string quarterback with a bunch of other third-stringers in there, this guy played out of his mind. Now, today, a lot of people are talking about this will boost his trade value. Absolutely. It will. But the way he played today, the way he has played, and the way I've seen him play, this guy deserves to be a backup. He deserves to be over Kenny Pickett. And he could potentially be a starter on a lot of different NFL teams. He really could be. And I'm happy about the way he played. He looked confident. He looked calm. He looked poised in the pocket. He threw the ball on time. He saw the cut. He got it. He was able to pick up and read the defense, pick up the blitz. He was able to scramble when he had to. Tanner Mckee had our expectations and went further with them than we thought he was going to do. He exceeded expectations today. Now, we thought that he was going to be good and he was going to be the Tanner Mckee that we all love and hope that he is. But he exceeded that in my eyes. He absolutely exceeded that. And, I mean, it's simple as that. Tanner Mckee today, 27 for 41 passing, 269 passing yards with 2 passing touchdowns. With a bunch of third stringers in there, bunch of backups. The guy played out of his mind, and I'm happy for him. I am really, really, really happy for him, man. I really am. Now, I mean, it's good to see that. You know, everybody roots for the underdog, and he was today and has been the underdog. Simple as that, really. I mean, it's simple as that. He's just, you know, he's good. He is good. Well, he's good for a third stringer going in there like that. He did what he was expected to do, and he mostly, for the most part, exceeded the expectations, which is all fine and dandy. Here's the thing. The defense. These third-string backup defenders, they played very well themselves. They played very well. Isaiah Rodgers played well. Keely Ringo played well. The run stoppers up front played well. They all played well. The entire team as a whole, the entire team played well. I'm happy for them. I'm glad. You know, coming into the game, I wanted to see, and I'm sure everybody else wanted to see the same thing, but I wanted to see Saquon Barkley break the record. Now, he did. He didn't even play, which, I mean, it's unfortunate. It's sad, but it is what it is, right? So, I was upset at the fact they didn't play him. Yeah. I was upset in the fact that the Eagles didn't play Saquon Barkley. Now, looking back, this was the right decision. You don't want your star player, you don't want the MVP of this team this year to get hurt in the last week of the year against a poverty New York Giants team in a totally meaningless game. So I absolutely understand why they made that decision, and I'm happy that they didn't listen to us and they just stuck to their guns. But I also look at it at the fact of you don't know if you're ever going to get to that position again. You don't know if you're ever going to be able to have a chance to break that record ever again. It's tough to get to where he is and where he was in this regular season. It's tough. And to have faith and say that he's going to get there again, that's hard to do. 2,000 rushing yards is a lot. And it's tough to get back there. So we can say all we want. I wish that they went for him. Wish they gave him that opportunity. But at the same time, I'm glad that I think they made the right decision. You know, having everybody rest, having everybody healthy, come postseason time, and especially against a very tough matchup in the Packers, it'll be very good to have all of these people, healthy. And that's what you want. It's exactly what you want, cuz. It's exactly what you want. So, now next week we have for the wild card round, we have the Green Bay Packers. I'm excited, but I'm a little bit worried. And that, it's simple as that. It really is. It's hard to think about what this team is, what this team can be. I think they're a Super Bowl team, but playing the Green Bay Packers in round one in the wild card is not going to be easy. But that is a topic for another podcast. But here's what I want to do. The Eagles got to 14 wins this year. Now, at the beginning of the year, we're in week 5, you would have told me, oh my God, the Eagles would have won 14 games. But 14-3. A second seed in the NFC. Probable Super Bowl winners, maybe, probably, hopefully. I would have called you crazy. But here we are, final week of the year. We have 14 wins. So let's take a listen to what Nick Sirianni had to say post-game about the Eagles and the team getting to 14 wins. Take a listen. Yeah, there it is. You heard it right there. It takes a lot of people to get to 14 wins. It does. It takes a bunch of people. It takes a coaching staff. It takes Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie and all them guys to do their job. Here we are. 14 wins. We're happy. We're in postseason time. But I really do, in that scenario, I like Sirianni's answer to that. It takes a lot of people to get to 14 wins. Because the Eagles had some injuries. A lot of people stood up. A lot of backup guys. They had the next man up mentality. And that helps. That really means something. That really does mean something. So again, I like Nick Sirianni's answer that it takes a lot of people to win 14 games. It absolutely does. When you saw what the Eagles had to go through this year, early in the year, a couple games without AJ, a couple games without Devontae, Jahan Dotson stepped up, young guy stepped up. Then when Dallas Goedert at the end of the year got hurt, Grant Alcantara went on an insane run. He played very well. When Jalen Hurts got hurt, Kenny Pickett got in there and played very well. Then when he got hurt with his ribs, you saw Tanner Mckee play out of his mind. You had Mekhi Becton get hurt a bunch of times. He gets replaced. The Eagles had the next man up mentality. It took everybody on that roster to get them to 14 wins. Everybody on that roster contributed to the 14 wins that they got this year. And even that, Vic Fangio, Kellen Moore, and I'm not totally sold on Sirianni, but even Nick Sirianni got you there. It was a full team, full organization effort to get you to 14 wins. And we are happy to be here. We're ready for this postseason run that we are about to go on. But yeah, I have a bunch of episodes coming up for you guys later this week talking about the preview with the Green Bay, but Packers. But thank you all for tuning into the podcast. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you guys stay safe with all the snow tomorrow. Have a good night.